10 ways to increase your financial IQ. Do you want to make better choices about your money and take charge of your financial future? We'll show you 10 great ways to improve your financial knowledge in this video. How can you improve your financial knowledge so that you can make smarter investments? Come with us as we talk about useful tips and ideas that can help you learn more about money and reach your financial goals. See the whole video to begin your path to becoming a master of money. Number 10. Recognize the factors that are causing you financial stress. Understanding your existing financial situation in its entirety is the first step toward developing healthy financial habits. Only then can you begin to create these habits. When you're holding on to fears and stressors that are connected to money, it is tough to fulfill this goal. It is important that you give yourself some time to figure out what it is about money that causes you the most concern. You can start from a healthier position once you have a better awareness of what is most bothering you, whether it be debt, spending that is out of control, or simply a lack of education about how to budget. Once you have this insight, you can begin to take action. It is correct that it is challenging to discover a solution to a problem when you do not have a clear understanding of what the problem is. Number 9. Sit down and create a budget for yourself. It is important to take the time to create a budget for each month and then to ensure that you adhere to that budget. Putting together a budget is of the utmost importance, especially if you are just starting out on your adventure and are not experienced with living on your own. The first thing you should do is section off your finances into the several categories that comprise your fundamental budget. Housing, food, insurance, utilities, transportation, and payments on your debt are all some of the things that fall under this category. You're able to use the money that is left over to set aside a specific amount each month for purposes such as saving money, taking care of yourself, giving to charity organizations, enjoying yourself, and having fun. Number 8. Start managing your debt. It's not appropriate to disregard your debt. When it comes to your financial obligations, whether they be for credit cards, school loans, auto payments, or a combination of these, it is essential to have a crystal clear grasp of what you owe. The next step is to devise a plan for how you will pay back the loan. There is even a possibility of establishing a monthly payback schedule for your loan. If you have any portion of your debt stored on credit cards, you should give some thought to whether or not shifting your balance from one credit card to another could help you minimize the interest rate that you are paying on your debt. One more thing to bear in mind is that not all debt is considered to be bad debt. Taking on certain types of debt, which are investments in your future investment, is one way to build a solid credit history. This is because debt is an investment in your future investment. Number 7. Conceive of a savings plan. Once you have set the essentials of your budget, you can then think about ways to reduce expenses and save money to go toward your budget. Depending on the state of your finances at the moment, you ought to give some thought to whether or not it would be prudent to save money while also paying off debt. Your first goal in terms of saving money should be to create an emergency fund, since the majority of financial counselors are in agreement with this statement. It is recommended that you start with an amount that is reachable, such as saving $1,000. In the event that you have gotten into the swing of things and are able to save enough money, you might want to consider creating savings goals for specific things such as trips, a new car, or a down payment on a house. These goals should serve as the inspiration for the names of your savings accounts, and you should look for ways to continue contributing to the growth of your savings and even find ways to make saving fun. Number 6. Make smart financial decisions. Strive to avoid falling into the habit of spending money on frivolous things on impulse by making every effort possible. Take responsibility for your expenditures instead. Before you spend any of your money on a purchase, you should always ask yourself if it is genuinely value for the money you are spending. Does it have the potential to turn your life around? To what extent does it provide a reasonable price for the item? Be conscious of the times when you should spend money and the times when you should save it. Consider, for instance, the scenario in which shopping for a used automobile rather than a brand new one would be the more prudent choice. Number 5. Make an effort to build your credit and monitor your credit score. Having a strong credit score will allow you to have more options open to you, which will ultimately result in you saving money in the long run. As a result of the fact that people who have good credit ratings typically receive the lowest interest rates when they borrow money, this is the reasoning behind this phenomenon. You should start by calculating your own credit score, taking into account all of its components. After that, you should proceed to assess which measures would be most beneficial for you to perform in order to raise your score. The last step, but certainly not the least important, is to figure out how and when you will monitor your credit in order to make sure that it is not being used by someone person. Number 4. Make the most of the benefits that come with your job. It's highly probable that you are not only paid at your place of employment, but that you are also reimbursed for your labor. However, your salaries are not the only component of the overall compensation that you receive. It is imperative that you ensure that you have a comprehensive comprehension of the benefit package that you have been provided with by human resources. Under no circumstances should you fail to ensure that you are making the most of everything that is given to you. A 401k matching program, a fitness stipend, a flexible savings account, HSA, a health savings account, understand the fundamentals of an HSA, free preventive checks, mental health benefits, and maybe a great deal more are all examples of the prospective advantages that you might receive. It's possible that they are extremely significant advantages. Join the fun and get involved. Number 3, take into consideration retirement plans. It is possible that when you first start saving for retirement, it will appear to be a mountainous chore and a distant future. But once you get started, it will become a simple habit that will benefit you enormously. When the time comes, you will be thankful to yourself. Individual retirement accounts and personal retirement accounts. 401ks are only 2 examples of the many different types of retirement plans that are accessible. Put in some effort to learn more about them by investing some time. In the event that you are still uncertain about the course of action to take, it may be advisable to seek the guidance of a financial specialist. Make sure that you set aside some time once a year to review your retirement plan and make any necessary adjustments. Number 2, get education in the fundamentals of investing. One way to put your money to work for you is through investment. You might be ready to begin investing after you have some additional income that is in addition to your usual costs, or if you want to invest a windfall, depending on the circumstances. Your money will grow and you will acquire wealth over the long term without putting in a lot of additional effort. Learn more about investing by reading this guide for beginners. Number 1, relate to your partner and form a team. Do not, under any circumstances, avoid conversations about money with your partner. By being honest about money, you can create a happier relationship that can withstand the test of time and experience less stress. You should think about how you can handle your money together and how you can plan for your future financial situation together. If you're eager to keep enhancing your financial IQ and want more tips on achieving financial success, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for notifications on our latest videos. Don't miss out on the knowledge that can transform your financial future.